This is flip side. You can call it the other side of the report, other side of the story, other side of the things that you used to see, but it's just what it seems to be. Yes, you can call it a third eye. If you want to call it that, you'll be right on point. Welcome on board. I am Wilson of Marshall. Well, today it's all about marriages in recent times, prospects and challenges. I have a seasoned analyst here with me in the studio. Yes, a clergyman will be joining us shortly, the person of Reverend Chris Mewele. And of course, I have a very vibrant legal practitioner and an author. Later I'll be introducing her in course of this show. Before that, I'd like you to take a look at this clip. Just take a listen. I'll be right back.
Jesus! Hey, Dave, come, there's something very important I want to bring to your notice. Come now! Dave, I don't understand. Was that your mom? She just wiped into the room without knocking. While we're making love, babe, your mother just walked into the room without, doesn't she have courtesy? I can take everything from her, but not this one. Not this one, babe. I cannot take this one.
Calm down.
What's that?
She said there's an emergency. Let's hear her out, okay?
The emergency that cannot wait. Don't you want to see us naked? Is that the plan?
Calm down.
I can't take this one. I cannot take this.
Mama, what is it? What's the emergency?
It's about that land. Mama Ify just called me that when she was going to the market, she saw some men pointing hands as if they were pricing that land. That our land at the junction.
Mama, this is emergency that we don't wait.
Wait. It cannot wait.
This was the reason why you barged into me and my wife making out. By this time of the night.
I can barge into your room at any time. You dare not, Mama. You dare not barge into my room at any time. What do you mean by you can barge into my room at any time? Do you want to break my head? Mama, I will break it if need be. Dave, are you hearing your wife? You barge into my room when me and my husband were having a moment. You just open the door. You knock. And you hear coming. You wait for a response whenever you knock. Why are you hiding that? You feel like I cannot come into the room at any time. Mama, you want to barge into me and my husband naked? Bare-bodied. I begged to him. I saw his naked. I begged him. Even I have daughters like you. So what is the big deal? He's grown up now, Mama. He is grown. He's a man. He's my husband. All that you have been doing all these years has not brought anything. Since you know how to do it, why have you not given birth to so many children all these years? Mama, because I am not God. I am not God that gives children. God gives children. He has not given me yet. Why hasn't he given you? Dave, we need to fast and pray. Babe, your mother is speaking this night. She has to go. She has to leave this house. I cannot continue like this. Babe, I cannot.
Can you calm down? Can you calm down?
I am not coming down. I said your mother has to go. You're telling me to calm down. Calm down as in how? She has to leave this night.
Babe, can you calm down?
This house cannot contain me and her.
Can you calm down?
She has to go.
Can you go? Just calm
I
down.
cannot calm down. Why are you asking me to calm down? Didn't you see what you did? I should calm down for what? I don't get it. Okay.
Previously.
This is how I like my tea. Mama, what exactly are you doing? What are you doing with all this? What are you trying to do to me in this house? Are you trying to frustrate me? You are a woman. Are you trying to chase me out of my husband? What are you trying to gain, Mama, with all this you are doing? This is how I like my tea. Or is there anything wrong with that? Mama, by emptying the full tin of milk and Milo, that's how you like it? Last time I checked, I'm still in my son's house. And I can't remember he complaining about how I eat or what I eat. And I know he brings the money for everything. Why are you troubling me? Babe! Babe! Your mother is drinking tea.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Babe, your mother is drinking tea. Come and have a look. She emptied the tin of milk and Milo. I got this yesterday.
Babe, we can always replace this.
Really? This is just the 10th day of the month, babe. So that means you might as well increase the monthly money by 10 times 10, right? Good son. Well done.
But Mama, you could have just used this cup for your tea.
Which cup? This small cup?
Yes.
But you know me quite well that this is too small. This is how I take my tea in the village. Or are you not too poor that you cannot afford beverages for me? Hey!
Previously.
Mama, what's this? Calm down, Mama. Please go to the back. Let me sit there. Calm down like her. What do you mean by calm down? No, girl, stop disrespecting me. I am your mother-in-law. Wow, you're my mother-in-law. Stop disrespecting me, Mama. I am your daughter-in-law and your son's wife. I have to sit in front. I am your husband's mother. Mama, please go to the back now. For what? Go to the back. I'll sit at the back. I'm supposed to be here. Why should I go to the back and sit at the back? I am his wife. Oh, God has joined together. Let no woman, man, put asunder. Mama, please go. I'm not putting anything asunder. I gave birth to him. Carried him in my womb for 9 months. Breastfed him. Paid his tuition. Sent him abroad. I suffered, Mama, to make sure he becomes the man he is today.
Now that is just a snippet of what we see or what some persons experience in marriages today. And that's from cross of our discussion of today's edition of Flips. I choose to play that clip for you to take a listen and get to know what some persons are really going through in their marriages. Sometimes it could just be a reverse trend in the sense that it could be the daughter-in-law making all the trouble and all that. Sometimes you get to hear about husband and wife at loggerhead. You get to see also, different kind of infractions in marriages today. Some are saying it's due to the upbringing. Some are saying, no, it's due to generation gap. Some are saying it's because of the Gen Z effect and all that. But what do you think about marriages today? The prospect and, of course, challenges. With me here in the studio, she is an author of a wonderful book. Later we'll talk about the book and all that. And she's also a legal practitioner. Joining to welcome Oduware Patience Asemota. It's a pleasure to have you join us this afternoon on Flipside.
Thank you.
All right. We're still expecting the likes of Reverend Chris Miwale, when he makes it down to the studio, definitely is going to say his own part of what he feels about marriages in recent times. So let's start the discussion. You're an author and a legal practitioner. You had one experience or two that led to you writing your book. Now, aside the book that you authored, what do you feel about marriages in recent times?
Yeah, marriages in recent time, will I say, is like drama. You know, you're acting a film. You are giving a script. You act your part. The other person acts the part. And you know, it's been, will I say, disappointing. In recent time, we've had people who get married and they are longing to be out of their marriages. Those are the kind of marriages we have in recent time. You know, we now see that marriages in recent time, the kind of marriage we have now is that people no longer consider, you know, sometimes before people used to consider, oh, you are getting married because you are staying in that marriage because of your children, because of what the society will say, because of your culture, because of so many things. But now in recent time, people no longer, you know, consider those things in marriages. What they consider is their happiness, what gives them joy, what makes them fulfilled. Because in the real sense, the truth of the matter is that marriage is not what makes your value increase. Marriage is not what makes you complete as a man or a woman, you know. But you see, this notion of I must be married has caused a lot of havoc in marriages in recent times.
I must be married syndrome. Now, I believe that we know about the nitty-gritty is going to the church or to registry to make one or two vows, making one or two husband and of course wife. Does it mean that somewhere along the line, lessons that were supposed to be learned either from the family background or from the church or religious body as they used to do it way back is no longer effective? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is this. The truth is this. You can actually get married to somebody that, you know, is masked. Somebody that you may not, what you begin to see in the marriage is not what you saw before you entered the marriage. So this person was masked and you didn't know the kind of, those attitude he or she is now bringing out was in him or her. You know, because you see pretenders a lot in marriages now. You see a man going into marriage because of maybe he has seen potentials in a woman that he can exploit. And so not because of love, because to me, I want us to be real, marriage is supposed to be for love. Marry out of love, out of, you know, compatibility. You know, both of you can come together to, you know, achieve something, to, you know, to be fulfilled in life. But you see people marry nowadays because they want. I've heard and I've seen of people who got married to somebody, and because maybe the person came from a wealthy family, if the man is saying, if I get married to this lady, I will be able to get enjoy from the wealth of the family, vice versa. I have had that experience. And you know, somebody getting married to me who didn't love me, just because the person, this person is a lawyer. If I get married to her, I'll be able to exploit her, you know, husband of a lawyer, lawyer's husband, you know, that kind of thing, barrister's husband. And so I was maltreated. I was dealt with, you know. I'm sure you've read my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of this notion of, you know, what really happened was that I felt, you know, as a Christian, I should get married early, you know, because of certain things. And so I did it, and I was manipulated, and so on and so forth. And so it still happens today. People are manipulated, especially in our churches. You see people will see vision. They still do it today. There will people in churches, those people that are on fire, they are burning. They begin to see vision. If you like a girl, if you like a boy, just approach the person. I like you. Very simple. The person, if it's if something that is flowing between two of you, the person will say, oh, I like you too. And if the person doesn't like you too, go away, go and meet the person that like you and you like that person, and you can move on. Instead of, you know, deceiving yourself, trying to use Bible to cover up, trying to manipulate the other person to say God said, whereas God did not say. You know, these are things that, you know, is causing a lot of havoc in marriages today. And so until we stop it, it will still continue.
All right, if you just joined us, this is Flip Side, the other side of the story. Marriage in recent times, prospects, and of course, challenges. I just showed that snippet for you to know some part that some kind of marriage is just going through. We have other aspects of faith, and I have a legal practitioner, cum author, Duare Patience Asemota. I want to go on a break. When we return, we'll definitely continue with this discussion. Do stay. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, this is Flip Side. We're taking a look at marriage in recent times, prospects, and of course, challenges. Joining us right now in the studio, he is a clergyman and of course, an advisor, an economic counselor. Also has been in the religious body, in the body of Christ for decades right now. Join me to welcome Reverend Chris Emiolale. Reverend, welcome to Flip Side.
Good afternoon.
I appreciate your coming.
A pleasure.
All right. It's all about marriage in recent times. She gave her own opening remark about the way she perceived marriage in recent times. As a clergyman, I believe that you've joined one or two or more persons in course of your service at the vineyard. What do you feel about marriages in this dispensation?
Well, it is very important to define marriage so that we can have clear understanding about what we are talking about. Marriage is God's institution. Marriage is not man-made. A marriage is between a man and a woman. Those definitions are very, very important because in the recent time we have people, you know, of the same sex getting married. And we thank God that Nigeria did not bow to the pressure of legalizing such kind of practice. God's intent for marriage is that marriage is between a man and a woman. Marriage between a man and a woman. And if we understand that, then we'll be able to really appreciate what marriage is all about. If we don't understand that, we abuse what marriage is about. Because for some people, they just say that, well, I don't even need to get married. All I need to do is to look for somebody to impregnate me, to have a child, and then move on. That's not lifestyle. That's not God's lifestyle. And that's not what God designed man to be. So we must understand that marriage is between a man and a woman. That's the first thing.
All right, but there are challenges right now in marriages that seems to threaten the foundation of marriages at this time. Now, take a look at those factors. What do you think are the mistakes or the challenges that are so predominant in marriage in this dispensation?
I think that if, you know, a journey that is for a lifetime must be properly prepared for. One of the things I found out is that a lot of people do not prepare for marriage because they don't even know what marriage is all about. You know, it depends on what you have in mind for getting married. For somebody, he feels that getting married will be a way of satisfying his own sexual pleasure. For somebody else, he feels that getting married will be get a woman that is a child making machine. Or for somebody else, he feels that getting married is an opportunity to, you know, to get married to a woman that is worthy or get married to a man that is worthy. So once you have those, once the purpose is wrong, then you have all this problem we're having. The God's intent of marriage, the marriage is based on true love, and marriage is based on fellowship, companionship. Those are very, very important factors. It's not just about you having money, the other one does not have money. It's not about having a child. If all those ones come in, fine. But the Bible of God, because God said it was not good for a man to be alone. And that means that God was giving man a companion. He was giving man a helpmate. Give somebody that can complement him and truly help him to achieve his purpose and goal. So once you find out that the purpose of marriage is not properly spelled out, people make a lot of mistakes. Because some say, you know, they see a young man, you know, with flashy car, with a big house, and they think that let us go together. But midway, things can turn around. And once they turn around, you find the woman say, this is not You know, concerning people now say it's no longer married for better for worse. Marriage is not better for better. So
Better for better.
When it is better, we continue. If it's worse, we go away. But that's not the intent of marriage. It's a long life thing. You have to get to know what it is, and you have to prepare for it.
All right. Now, let me come to you, Patience. You just get to realize that, like what Reverend Chris talked about, he said one needs to be prepared. But you get to see this time, marriage don't even last for a year to some matter of months, and they've packed up. Do you think it's because they were ill prepared for the journey of marriage, or some other factors are the ones determining the duration of marriage in this dispensation?
Yeah, the truth is this. I would say, I have seen marriages that they had like 3 months courtship, 4 and 6 months courtship, and the marriage is still on doing very well. So it's, you know, marriage is, will I say, is luck.
Luck.
Something, yes. It's not, yes, because some people are just lucky to have a good marriage, and some are not. Let me just say luck. But what I see is not all about preparation, because some people, I've seen people dated for like 3 years before they got married, 6 years, and they got into the marriage, and you know, the marriage didn't last for like 6 months and didn't last up to 2 years. So it's not all about the length of time you prepare. One thing I feel, or one thing I know is important, is the mindset. What's your mindset of going into that marriage? What's the mindset? Do you really love the girl or the boy? Because if you enter into marriage with the mindset of love, you have love, because love is very strong. Very, very strong. Even the Holy Book says, love is stronger than death. Love is very strong. So if you get into marriage with the mindset of love, you both love each other, you'll be able to, you know, skate through the storm. You may call, because marriage is not just rosy. It's not a bed, you know. You have temptations and trials along the way, but that love is what will keep both of you going. But if the mindset is not love, maybe because of material things, you saw the person is wealthy, you see the girl is so beautiful, because along the line, the beauty may begin to fade. And so maybe the person is, because there's money to buy cream and all that. What if there's no longer money to, you know, keep your skin fine, and the beauty begins to fade away? Will that marriage still subsist? Or will it not be, you know, will the love not decline, or will things not be going the other way around? So what I see is entering into marriage with the right mindset is what matters. And so if you enter into marriage with the right mindset, no matter what, come what may, the marriage will last. But if you enter into marriage with the wrong mindset, because what I see is that most marriages we see today, they are the couples, they entered into with a very, very wrong mindset. And so if you enter marriage, for example, I'm talking from experience, if you enter into marriage, maybe you don't like the person, you just enter because of what you want to gain. Let me tell you the truth, if you no longer see that thing, you begin to be disinterested in that marriage. You understand? So that is where your true colors will not come out. So basis of the essence of all this is enter into marriage with the right mindset, with the love.
Right mindset, yes, and love. Well, I'm going to draw a question from your own disposition. She said marriage is luck. Because you now said it's all about love, but she stressed on that luck twice or thrice in trying to explain. Do you feel that marriage is all about luck? Is that no matter how prepared you are? So people have did it for 5 years, 10 years, and they got married. The marriage didn't last up to 2 years. I've seen a situation like that. Why some 3 months, 6 months, bam, they're still there living together. Is it all about luck or love, Reverend?
Wisdom.
Yes.
It's like somebody saying that life is luck. And I hate to accept that. Life is not luck. Life is prepared for. If you don't prepare for life, you will not get what life offers. So marriage is, that I say, it's a long journey. It's not, marriage is not a light thing, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because of the influence of fertilization, divorce seems to be something that's very, very easy. You just wake up one night and I won't marry you again and go. Marriage is a life journey, and it has, advantage and disadvantage. Marriage can meet you on top and bring you down. Marriage can meet you down and bring you up, depending on your preparation. When I use the word preparation, there are several preparations you make. Number one, you have spiritual preparation. You have to be spiritually prepared. You have to know that love has a part, but God also has somebody for you. It is a common saying that once you do not marry your right partner, you'll be in trouble. So compatibility is very, very important. That's why it is not something you can treat within 1 hour. But we just try and touch it, and then we stop where we can stop. Because the impact of companionship, the impact of compatibility, and only God can pair people together. If you just take the word compatibility alone, that's enough to look at for 1 hour.
All right, you just hold on. We're going to go for a break. When we return, we'll continue with the discussion. If you just joined us, this is Flipside. Thank you so much for staying. If you just joined us, this is Flipside. We're taking a look at marriage in recent times, prospect and challenges. I have Reverend Chris Emeowele, and of course a legal practitioner, author, yes, Oluwa Dare Patience Asemota. Now, coming from the fact that she said marriage is luck, and having it in mind that the rate of divorce right now in religious bodies, be that churches or even mosques, is alarming. Don't you think having been prepared and not that luck do have something to do with successful marriage?
I'm 35 years old, married. So I've been married for 35 years. I've pastored for more than 35 years. So I have so much information concerning this area. That's why I told you that preparation is key. For example, the first key is compatibility. Sometimes we enter into marriage with an assumption that, don't worry, with time I can change him, I can change her. That's an assumption. A human being is such a difficult thing to change. You have a hair trying to change your own child. Don't talk of somebody else's own child. So you find that some people enter into this thing with a kind of assumption that, don't worry, with time it will change. It will not change. If a boy starts slapping you before marriage, it will kill you after marriage. So you have to understand this thing, that basically issues that people just enter into this thing with an assumption that, don't worry, with time it will change, it will change, it will change. It will not change. Once, before courtship, if a boy can slap you, then you don't need to enter into that marriage because it will kill you. That's what you find out, that some of these things you find out are assumptions. It will change. I know it was like this, but I just said let's go, and you can't keep coping, my friend. That's why you must define compatibility from the beginning. Is this not compatible with me? Does she like what I like? Does he like what I like? And at least it may not like all the things you like, but there must be a meeting point so that you can now know that once there's a problem, you know what to do. Let me tell you this. I learned this much early. And I told my mom one day, I said, everything that has asset has liability. This generation does not want liability. They want asset.
They don't want liability, just asset.
They want asset. All they want is that it's a good girl, it does that, it does that, it does that. But what of the other side is not good in? You have to bear that. If you want to get married, you must accept liability, you must accept asset. I told my mother from the beginning, anything that has asset has liability. This generation does not want liability. They want asset. And that's the problem.
So marriage is all the package.
It's the package.
All the asset and liability. You have to like...
Yes.
All right.
She's good here, she's not good there. What drove many to polygamy? I want the best. I want an angel. He married another woman. Oh, this woman is good here, but it's not good there. So he dropped that one. He married the second one. Oh, this woman, I thought it was going to be. Before you know, he's married 5 women, and there's no one that is perfect among them. We are not perfect people. So if you are not ready to accept the responsibility of getting married, then you'll be there. That's why I looked at the issue of violence, because that is the problem that we have today. If a boy slaps you before he gets married to you, he will kill you when he gets married to you. I think to slap you at all gives you a sign and a warning to run away. He cannot cope with other people.
All right. Now talk about domestic violence. You just brought up another part. Now, some of the opinion that sometimes men can be overbearing on one hand in marriages, while women also can be so overbearing. And some are going to realize that in terms of managing anger, according to reports and some from seasoned marriage counselors, the annoyance most of the time comes from the female. They have the opinion that females should know the temperament of their man to know how to handle them. After all, action and reaction, they're equal but opposite. Take it from that angle.
Yeah, when you talk about, you said most of the fault comes from the female.
Talking about anger issue, provocations.
That's no, I don't agree with you, because this temperament issue is both sides, both the male and the female. There are some women, I've seen women that are, men that are very provocative.
True.
Yeah, I've seen a woman that, because of provocation of the man provoked her, she carried their television, smashed it, scattered it, because the man provoked her. But what I want to say here is this, like Daddy said, when you are in courtship, there are some signs, warning signs, they call it
the
warning
telltale
signs.
signs.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. But if you choose to ignore it as a result of maybe religiosity, you are too, oh, God will, this person will change by the grace of God. That's why you see most of the divorce you see is Christians, religious people, not just Christians.
Yeah.
People that are very religious, they feel you can use faith for everything. So you see a man that is violent and you say, this person will change. I am telling you from experience, this person will change. God will change this person. God will change this person. You begin to pray, and you pray and enter that marriage, and you see that man will begin to violate you. You begin to, you'll be very violent because you already saw the sign. So the essence is not the man that is easily provoked. The woman can also be provoked also. But the meeting point is that both people should know how to manage their anger. The Bible says, be angry, but sin not. So everybody gets angry, but you should know how to regulate your anger. You should know the point to stop. And also, I discovered that one of those things that causes domestic violence is not just anger. Another very important thing we have to look at is inferiority complex.
Inferiority complex.
Yes, inferiority complex. You see a man, some men are very proud. Some men are, they have their ego. Their ego. You see somebody that is a mechanic, he will be bragging and telling you, I'm going to get married to a judge. How is that possible? And so he finds his way, he maneuvers his way and gets into a judge side, for example. And they get married. Let me ask you, do you think that marriage will last? A judge and a mechanic. It won't last because of the mindset, like I said, we're talking about mindset again, because the mindset with which he entered into that marriage was for ego, just to be able to prove to people that he can get married to a very a big person in society.
Just to get that trophy.
Just to get that. And so if you get married, if you get into such a marriage with that kind of mindset, it won't last. It will be violence upon violence, and it will be, in fact, it will be a battlefield. That kind of marriage will be a battlefield because of that mindset. And so one of those things that causes, it is not just that the female, some of the female, we know I'm a woman, some women can be very annoying, that's the truth. They can be very annoying, their mouth very sharp, we know that. But there are some women that are very good, and do you know that some of these women who suffer domestic violence, I'm telling you from experience, you can go and find that They are very calm people, very nice people, soft, their heart, people with soft hearts and good people. But they just get married to somebody that is very violent. Do you know that women that are violent, their marriages work? Yes.
Say what?
Yes, their marriages work.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay, you just hold on.
Yes.
Hold, because she just opened a chapter and said women that are violent, their marriages work. Sometimes, not all time. Reverend, talking about the package thing, the good, the plausibility, and of course the liability, wrap it all in form of this current dispensation where domestic violence seems to be the order of the day. And now how can we really add this and this to make one or two persons enjoy smooth marriage?
Well, self-control is a very great asset. Self-control in everything you do, even in approach to your neighbor. Self-control. And if you have self-control in all you do, the issue of violence will not be there. Now, I was even going to ask something because before I go, I found out that some men are jealous. And the ladies must watch out. Listen to me. The first part of a woman is not just the part you feel attracted to a man. The first part of a woman is her mental ability. If you must marry a woman, you must make up your mind that apart from just giving birth to children, you have to help her to achieve the utmost of her life. And marriage is not just having children. The woman has something upstairs. And if you are ready to help the woman actualize her dream, then that is an added advantage for making the marriage work. Because more than find out that when a lady is idle, then you have a lot of things coming around her. But if she's busy pursuing something with the help of the husband, you achieve something. So many women have achieved, to women we call today who are in dignified places, it was part of the husband's encouragement, even spiritually. Women who are today being used by God, their husband encouraged them to go all out to achieve their own potential. So apart from you don't marry somebody just because you like the person, you have to find out whether this person, because I found out, I've been pastor for quite some time, because I asked a question one day, how many of you want your wife to be better? And I saw the way they reacted. And I knew, of course, if you marry a jealous man, it's going to frustrate you. Listen to me, a pastor discouraged me from inviting the wife continually to my own church. A pastor discouraged me from inviting his own wife to my church continually. And I noticed about that time, because the lady was on a demand for some time, but around that time, he frustrated me, other people stopped inviting the lady. He just killed that lady quietly. So if you marry a jealous man, then you're going to have a problem. So those are some of the things, because he would allow you be fully expressed. And there's a crave for everyone who came to live well to express his or herself. Once that area is retarded, it has a way of affecting the entire marriage. So that's why I use the word preparation, because there's so much to say about.
There's so much to say, really too much. I want to dive into the father-in-law, mother-in-law,
and then we're not even talking about, family background.
Family background. And maybe we're going to have a part 2 of this. I don't know, but right now you said violent women marriage tend to last longer. What gave you that notion?
Yes, because I have seen that most women who suffer domestic violence are people that are very soft, people who don't want trouble. Who don't want trouble, they are those kind of people. And so the men sees that, you say, this person is very soft, and so he wants to take undue advantage. He wants to oppress.
But some men love soft women. Be like, no, I don't want to give you trouble.
Yes, that's why we're saying it. There are men who like soft women. A man who is gentle, a man who is good, who's ready to take care of his wife. You see, like I said, marriage is luck. And also, marriage can
marriage is luck.
No, and there's another angle.
Yeah.
Marriage can be very sweet when you get married to the right partner. There are some partners that are heaven baked.
Yes.
Heaven baked from heaven. just packaged and distributed and given to the person. Take.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Baked from heaven.
There are marriages that are baked from heaven.
Wow.
Heaven baked. And
Okay.
you see those marriages, sweet. Very, because you see they understand each other. This one is not threatened by the success of the other person. You know, like our daddy said, there are some men, most of this violence occurs because the men are threatened by their women's success.
But do you think it's because of the behavior of the women, because of their success towards the husband, that is making the men to react in such a way?
I can tell you from experience.
Be like, now I'm a judge, you're a mechanic, don't talk to me anyhow. Call me my lordship. I think the man will take it.
Let me tell you. I'm
like, I'm a doctor right now, you're just a teacher, I bring the money, so please, you are now subordinate to me in the house. I think the man will take it.
Can I tell you something?
Sure, go ahead.
A woman who gets married to a man should be ready to submit to that man. Should be ready to, you know, calm down, because two captains, you can't have two captains in
no, I mean, that's submissive. Maybe that's really like, look,
yes.
I don't want this one to be like, you know, above me to some extent, or she start controlling me in the house.
Yes, but let me tell you, do you know that
that is their mentality?
There's a way you will love a woman that you begin to rule over the woman. You begin to rule. I've seen men that, because out of love, you are not concerned about the woman's wealth, but you just love her unconditionally. You will now even begin to rule over, control her wealth, everything about her, because of love. Love, do you know that when a man loves a woman unconditionally,
yes,
submission becomes very easy. That is what some men don't know.
I think you should come in from this angle, because some men have this fear that women, being whom they are, not all of them though, once they start having this edge, they assume the role of a man. They challenge their husband outside or inside. They challenge their husband even in the presence of their children. And of course, in Washington, that violent women tend to make better wives. Please, throw more light on this.
Listen to me. Let me dissuade her, if I can, that marriage is not by luck. Listen, this generation do not pray.
They don't pray.
They don't pray. They are, you know, because I've been here, that I told you, I've done pastoral life for 35 years, and so I understand these things. They don't pray, because you are talking about heaven bake. There's nothing like heaven bake. Whatever you get in life, you can get it via prayer. And if you get it via prayer, then you'll be talking about heaven bake, because God will lead you in the way to go. You are checking your head, a lot of people don't pray. I have been involved with this work. They don't pray. They're just speculating and thinking. And once you live your life like that, once you live your life without this dimension of prayer, then you have these challenges I'm talking about. Then number two, the issue of a husband, well, everybody must fight to be fully expressed in life. No matter what my wife attains, she cannot be a threat to me, because in the first instance, I know what I'm running after.
Yes.
So if you don't know what you are talking about inferiority complex. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I tell people that 20 churches can be around my church. It doesn't bother me, because I know what I have. I know what I'm here to do. So you have your life to live. I have my life to live. I want to be fully expressed in life. When they fully express in life, every one of us trying to do what they can. So I have no business jealous about what you are doing. In fact, I don't even see what you are doing, because I'm busy doing what I'm doing. And so the issue of your wife becoming better, I don't see that. But if we respect each other, listen to me. Marriage is, respect is reciprocal. It's not something that you just think that the woman, you marry a slave who comes to bow to you. I think those are the mentalities some people have.
Yes.
You're marrying a slave who comes to bow to you. He had to kneel and give you food. He had to do. If you marry one that needs to give you food, fine. My one that needs to give you water, fine. But what I believe is that marriage is respect is reciprocal. I respect you, you respect me. I honor you, you honor me. If you are not, listen to me, if you are not ready to take nonsense in marriage, don't get married.
Punchline. It goes for both male and female. You're not said to take nonsense, don't even think about it.
Because every one of us, For every insane person, there's 5 minutes madness. The ability to cope when those excesses express itself
Thank you.
is crucial.
Thank you. I know we have so much to say, but you can see I'm getting strong signal. Our time is up. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a part 2 of this discussion. I believe you picked 1 or 2 things from this discussion, okay? Think about it. In marriage, there are liabilities and assets. So you have to have that mindset of going along with both. Don't say only assets and liabilities. No, because nobody is perfect. True. If your wife is achieving great things, support her. If you cannot bear to see it, you to go and achieve great things. If she's doing her master's, you to go and do your master's. If that will make you happy. If she's going for a PhD, go and do yours. Or better still, make sure you focus on making more money if you're that kind of man, okay? It's good for you to support one another. Reverend, thank you so much for coming on today's show. And of course, our patients, thank you so much. Maybe, just maybe, there'll be a part 2. Well, you've heard it. One is saying marriage is luck. One is saying no, it's not luck. It's preparation. What is your take on this? See you next week, hopefully next week. Bye for now.